Hello again, devotees of jazz piano. Peter Tomlinson with you again. This tutorial today is going to be hopefully kind of short and sweet. It's entitled 1625, so you should print out this attachment that's in your current email. And it's short, and it just addresses the one idea that we have been spending so much of this school year playing tunes that have 2-5-1s in them. I want to be sure that everybody was aware that the chord progression 1-6-2-5 is equally common as 2-5-1. It's ubiquitous. That's the word for today. It's ubiquitous. So this sheet shows you some nice, easy ways that you can voice chord progression using the 3-note voicings that we've been using all year. So take a look at that. Again, I'm going to demonstrate these turnarounds, which common way to call them is turnaround, using the A voicings and using the B voicings, and using some chord substitutions that are super, super common and sound great. So looking at measures 1 and 2, we have a 1, 6, 2, 5 in the key of C, C major 7, A minor 7, D minor 7, G7, and we're going to start with this really familiar 1-3-7 for C major 7th. Now to voice the A minor 7th, since the C chord had the root on the bottom, 1-3-7, I'm going to voice the A minor 7 with the 7th on the bottom, because that's going to lead so nicely to the D minor with the root on the bottom, and then of course the G7th with the 7th, leading me back to C major 7th. Okay? And again, all diatonic to the key of C major. Measures 3 and 4 illustrate a really common chord substitution. And what it does is we start with the C major 7th, then it takes the A minor 7th and turns it into A dominant 7th, A 7th. Okay? When you're doing this or any chord substitution, you want to be careful of not clashing with the melody, but sometimes even like if you're soloing, substituting the 6th dominant is a kind of a stronger sound that's going to give you more chromatic possibilities in your solo. So here's what it sounds like in the context of 1-6-2-5. Okay, it's a really nice strong sound, and as we delve into voicings more deeply, there's a lot of stuff that we can do with that. Okay, 1-6-2-5, substituting the 6th chord. If you look at the second line, measure 5, here's another really common harmonic situation. If you look at C major 7th, and then you look at E minor 7th, you can see that they are almost virtually the same. So it's really common to substitute the 1 chord with the 3 chord. And then of course E minor 7 can either go to A7 really nicely, D minor 7, G7, or it can go to A minor 7 also. Okay, a lot of different ways of playing 1-6-2-5, or now 3-6-2-5. And then finally, the measures 7 and 8 of this exercise, I'm substituting C sharp diminished instead of A7. And usually, when I play a diminished chord, I will play all 4 notes. You might notice that I didn't write in the intervals. I usually don't do that for diminished chords. It's based on an 8-note scale, and it doesn't really make sense in that kind of way. Some people do it, but I usually don't do that. So C major 7. Diminished chord is all the interval of a minor third, C sharp, E, G, I'll call it B flat. Okay, and diminished chords are great leading chords or connecting chords. And is something that's really super cool about diminished. And if our bass player plays A, then the C sharp becomes the third of the A chord, E becomes the fifth, G becomes the seventh, and B flat becomes the flat 9. Okay, so every diminished chord is a disguised dominant 7 flat 9 chord. Not really essential that everybody, wrap their head around that right now. Don't worry about it if it seems a little weird. Then I demonstrated the same ideas in the B voicings, all right? So I'm looking at the third line now, and I use the key of F, so make sure you're noticing the key signature, all right? So for F major 7, 7, 1, 3, D minor 7, 1, 3, 7, okay? G minor 7, 7, 1, 3, C7, 1, 3, 7. Okay, very familiar from, let's say, It's You or No One. Okay, now in measures 3 and 4 of the third line, I'm going to substitute D 7th instead of D minor 7th. So here's my F major 7th chord. Here's D7. I've raised the F up to F sharp. And then G minor 7, C7. We're still talking 1, 6, 2, 5. Now in the fourth line, measure 13, I substituted the 3 chord. In this case, it's going to be A minor 7th. And it goes equally well to D7, G minor 7, C7. And then I did F major 7, F diminished, and you can invert diminished chords any way you want to. Since the intervals are symmetrical, whatever inversion you like for it is good. I like this inversion going down to G minor and then C7. I'm going to pivot back to the key of C for a moment and just demonstrate The Way You Look Tonight, a really commonly known tune that demonstrates 1, 6, 2, 5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1, 6, 2, 5, just the way I first presented it. And then I'm going to use the option for 3, 6, 2, 5. And that's about as far as I'm going to go with that, demonstrating those chords, okay? So with the melody, C major 7, A minor 7, D minor 7. Now I'm going to go to E minor 7, A7, D minor 7 again. Okay, The Way You Look Tonight, beautiful tune. I usually play that in E flat, but it's a great tune, and it demonstrates the sound of 1, 6, 2, 5. That about wraps it up for this video. I'm going to go on to a great tune called My Blue Heaven for the next video. All right, I'll see you there. Take care.